Hi guys, as you know, I'm reading my story. I hope you're enjoying. Let's to finish because it's already finished. So let's do this. This last week she was really tired, and all the time she was distressed. She just sat on the balcony waiting for your arrival. Each time she saw her more delicate and very, very sad. Her gaze was no longer the same. When I entered her room, I saw her. I looked up, waiting for the final thrust. Juana saw it before continuing. She was sitting. I thought she had fallen asleep recently because she was leaning towards the head of the bed with a book on her hands. I carefully approached, moved her a little, waiting for her to wake up too, so that she could fit well in the mattress and sleep well, but she didn't flinch. Concerned, I made the attempt to lift her, but when I put my arms under the neck and pulled it, I fell sideways without force. I saw forcefully as I closed my eyes, suppressing a piercing scream. I was scared. I was very scared. The only thing I could do was go out to look for help. The doctor Carlos had gone out to do an errand, so I went to the priest Marcel. When we arrived, the priest told me that Mistress Maria had left. I couldn't listen anymore, and talking as I could, I go out of there. Outside the gate, I could see the tears in my eyes. The men of my brigade, uh, looking at me sadly, I assumed that they had already found out of my loss. As I approached them, I could feel how my body was feeling and was about to fall flat on my face if it weren't for the reflection that allowed me to stand up upright with their arms. I only had in mind the memory of my Cuca's sad eyes when I told her that I had to leave this last time, and her words reached my ears with her sweet tone of voice. God has to take care of you. If it goes you badly, say that they bring your corpse to presence to give you the keys in which we are engaged. I forced myself to stand up, and without much thought, when I with an authoritative voice, I was accompanied by my brigade to the Pantheon of the East. Upon arriving at the tomb, without further formalities, I ordered the exhumation of the corpse. I just want to see my beloved Cuca one last time, and give her the last goodbye kiss in which we were engaged. But great was my surprise and despair when I opened the coffin and found that there, in the dark and small space, the body of my Cuca lay face down. I immediately loaded her to turn her face, and terror filled me when I found her. Her face was scratched, and when I looked down, I noticed his hands, covered in blood and dirt. His nails were destroyed. Everything accused trace of having made an effort to open the box. I took her hands in mine and began to kiss them frenziedly, before wrapping my arms around her waist and hitting her body, cold and inert. I cried like a child. I hugged her tightly and whispered in her ear, "Shout and sing, my beloved Cuca. Get me out of the nightmare. Don't leave me without a farewell." I called several doctors to review her, and each one told me that everything indicated that my Cuca had been the victim of a lethargy only, and that she had came to the senses when she was already buried. Very desperately, I made her watch 2 nights in a row, hoping for a miracle of resurrection, but it was all useless. My Cuca was gone. With all the pain in the world, I sent to make the most beautiful grave that I could be in the graveyard, and before saying goodbye to her, I whispered in her ear, "My mind is spinning. The emptiness in your gaze and the grimace that doesn't fade away. I wonder if you cried before leaving, and if you were afraid of the shadows. If I could, I will go back to November, where you shone between smiles and soft caresses. I took her face and gave her our engagement kiss, saying goodbye to Maria del Refugio, my beloved Cuca, giving her from the bottom of my heart the following poem as an epitaph. Fue a un tiempo honrada y hermosa, raro en mujer sin fortuna, cual ninguna cariñosa, discreta como ninguna. Nuestras vidas se fundieron del amor al fuego candente, mas las iras atrajeron del que dichas no consiente. Y arrebatar mi tesoro llegóse la muerte impía, llevándose a la que adoro, Cuca mía. Well, I hope you really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed to read you, to share you my story, and tell me what you think about it. Thank you, and see you until next time.